Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I want to first and foremost say thank you guys. Like, you all really gave a lot of likes and really watched my two BTS videos, and I really appreciate that. I love that. And I'm thankful for all of you, anyone who has already been subscribed, and all of you new subscribers as well. I feel very thankful for it. I feel very great. I'm glad that we can open dialogue and talk about music and lyrics and all that stuff in the comments, because as much as I try to bring you interesting views on content, I also appreciate it when you guys, inform me on things that I didn't know about and help me grow as a content creator and as someone who reacts and commentates on lyrics and videos. So I really do appreciate it. I take a lot of things you guys say under consideration. With that being said, I'm going to today do a video on one of my favorite songs. Like I like to explore BTS and other things like that, but sometimes I like to share some stuff with you guys that I really enjoy, and maybe I can help expand your musical horizons as well, just like you've expanded mine. And I am going to be doing A Perfect Circle, Judith, from their first album. If you remember, I did a video on 3 Libras from the same album, and if you like this album, if you like this song, like this album, just check it out. You can find it on Spotify. It's not an endorsement or an advertisement. I just use Spotify most of the time for my music. That being said, enough rambling. That's not why you're here. Let me get into this video. The one thing I really appreciate about this, like the visual style of this video, is the grainy film style of it. The pops, the bubbles, the kind of breaking film. It really gives off that kind of grungy, I don't say dirty, but very very raw feel to it, and then plus the whole video takes place at a practice session where they're just, recording the song, so it all feels very raw, gritty, down to earth, very real. I like that.
For the ways that I will never ever choose to be. Oh, so many ways for me to show you how your Savior has abandoned you. Your Christ.
Okay, I want to say that a lot of people, I think, some people would misinterpret this song as him just making like a condemnation of God himself, or itself, however you want to see God. But this video is more of like a commentary on the idea of God and faith, and blind faith more specifically, because if you listen to the opening parts of the first verse, when he says, "You're such an inspiration for the ways that I will never ever choose to be. Oh, so many ways for me to show you how your Savior has abandoned you." Basically, you're an inspiration. Like, basically, it's like saying that someone who just follows blindly, never asks why, which they'll get to later in the song. If someone just follows blindly, like, you show me how I don't want to be. I want to be someone who asks questions, who wonders, who delves deeper into the meaning, and not just give all of my free will and free thought away to some possible deity. So it's not even really just like God, but like the idea of God is more so a commentary and almost condemnation of that human idea of God, not God himself or itself, however you want to see it again. And you see again, like the bridge here, The bridge before you get into the chorus really nails that point home. Still you pray, never stray, never taste of the fruit. Fruit being like a reference, one could say, to the tree of knowledge from the Garden of Eden when Adam and Eve ate of the fruit and they became aware. Before that, they were completely ignorant and blind and blindly followed. And again, it really nails that point home about being just completely oblivious to what the possible truth could be and what you're giving your faith to. And kind of like even saying like, how can you be like really faithful if you're just blindly following and not asking any questions to solidify why you believe what you believe? You're just blindly going on without ever asking a single question. Okay, setting aside the fact that Maynard James Keenan has just some killer vocals in this song. I mean, pretty much every song he sings, he has killer vocals. I'd say amongst, because here, I'll be honest with you. Here's a moment of honesty from me. I typically prefer female singers to male singers. I just think women are overall in general better singers. That being said, I think Maynard James Keenan, especially amongst male singers and just singers in general, is one of the top singers around. Not only does he have a unique voice, but the man has a phenomenal range and makes it sound effortless. He can go from low to high and hold notes for an ungodly amount of time, as you'll see later on in this song, when he holds a particular note for like what feels like an eternity. The man has amazing range and lung capacity and breath capacity, a uniqueness to his voice. He can be rough, smooth, he can do it all. He can do it all within the confines of one song, and it still makes tonal sense. That being said, I really like the lyric when he's like, it's not like you killed someone, it's not like you drove a hateful spear into his side. Basically, you could almost say that's like comparing, that's like a reference to Judas even, like from the Bible, if you know anything about the Bible, about, or not Judas, but like the person who drove, was it Judas? I'm a little iffy on it, but when Jesus was on the cross, the person who drove the spear into his side, it's like, make a comparison, like you're not an evil person, you're not bad, you're not contemptible, but like, and you praise this idea, you praise this thing, but why do you do it? It's not like you have to redeem yourself for any horrible crime or sin. But that being said, let's go back. Okay, so this is one of my favorite parts of the video. This part I'll admit has nothing to do with music, nothing to do with lyrics. It's all just like part of a certain visual language. Because if you don't know who this lady is right here, this lady is Pazlin Shanton. She was the bassist for their first album. Kind of stepped down for the second album, but came back to do certain parts here and there. She also plays like the violin, cello, viola, plays a bunch of string instruments. The woman's phenomenal. And what I really love right here is this visual. Like, there's just a visual, because like if you notice in the first part of the song, she's playing with her hair down, and it's almost like what she's doing is her like really getting serious, about to take things really serious. And the way that she ties her hair up, and it gets timed it gets timed so perfectly with the musical break of the guitar, with her going back to playing, is so precise and so beautiful. And the way she's like fits in it, I just think it's awesome. Wait, let's rewatch that. Like, watch. it's just so smooth, and like without even missing a beat, she goes right back to playing her bass without skipping anything. It was so smooth, it's so beautiful. Again, it has nothing to do with the music. I just think it's a cool moment in the video, and it like really it shows how like the first verse builds up, and now they're really about to kick it in, because the only way I can describe this song, like musically, it's like a tornado. It's like a this beautiful, precise tornado of music, of sound that like whips in a frenzy, and it's like whirling all around you. And what's really interesting about the bridge right here is like on the first bridge, he says, "You pray, you never stray, you never thought to question why." On this one, though, and it kind of, I would say, it kind of expands upon that idea, or it kind of changes the idea, depending on how you want to look at it. That, wait, let's go back slightly. Abandoned. See, now this one brings up a different idea of, whereas the first idea, the first verse is very much, praising without question, following blindly, without truly understanding. This second bridge and verse is very much the idea that the very one that you put your faith in, the very one that you give all its fealty to, is the very one who's causing your pain and your suffering, yet you continue to go along blindly. You never ever question why, especially if this God that you manifest, that you think is supposed to love you, then why do you continue to follow if this person may be the one who is perpetrating that pain and suffering upon you, yet you continue to follow? Okay, and again, this is nothing to do with this part coming up here has everything to do with just tone, sound, and harmonizing. And what he does here, what he's about to do here, is something that, like, to this day, still kind of blows my mind, because not very many people, in my experience with listening to music, outside of like maybe like Freddie Mercury or something, can, or maybe like Mariah Carey even, can hold a note for as long as this man is about to hold this note. Like, I want you to sit there and count it, and count how long he holds it, and it's freaking mind blowing. And not only that, it's like as he holds it, he gets louder. He gets louder the longer he holds it before he brings it back down. It's like, do you see what I mean? Like, the way he held that note is just phenomenal. And he makes it seem so utterly effortless the way that he does it every single time. It's freaking beautiful. And again, I love the visuals, the visual language and style of the video, because the video very much is just like a rehearsal session of the band. You know, the video itself doesn't really have any iconography or imagery that coincides with the lyrics themselves. It's more so just them like at a practice session and them, you know, just jamming out the song. But they really do something interesting with the way they film it, because again, the kind of Super 8 style of filming, you know, it looks like an old grunge film or a B film from the 70s, sort of, with the pops, the bubbles, the graininess of the film, the way it comes in and out of focus, like it's some kind of found footage thing, and I really like that. And overall, this is one of my favorite songs by this band, by the band The Perfect Circle, who, as I may have stated before, is my favorite band of all time, second being like Fleetwood Mac. And I really enjoyed the the style tone and the idea, because the song is very much like a thought exercise about the ideas of faith, religion, the nature of God. Who is God? Is the God that you worship the God that's really real? Are you just worshiping your own idea of God and not God's its actual self? You know what I mean? And it brings up these kind of ideas. It doesn't really ever tell you what you should think or feel, and kind of raises the ideas that make you think on your own. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Did you like that? You agree? Disagree? Do you know much about Perfect Circle? Is this your first time hearing it? Let me know. Also, if you want to see me do some more videos about this, let me know. I may do another Perfect Circle video in the future. And the next time I come back, I will probably be doing another BTS video, so be on the lookout for that. And again, I want to thank all of you. I really appreciate everything you guys have done and all your input, and just, you know, enjoying this with me and going on this journey. It's been fun building a community of sorts. And, you know, till next time, I'll talk to you later, alright? Peace.